Hi there, it's Scott Stebbing with the Travis Anderson Group of Keller Williams, and today we're going to be discussing first-time home buyers. Hi there, Scott Stebbing again with the Travis Anderson Group of Keller Williams, and I'm here with my friend, fellow realtor, and all-around good guy, Travis Anderson. Hey Travis.
How's it going?
It's going good, thank you. Today I'd just like to address the first-time home buyer, and I'd just like your expertise on things like renting versus owning.
Sure.
How to start the process and what that process looks like.
Okay.
Some of the opportunities there are right now and some of the challenges in today's real estate market. Anything else you want to add, and then how us as the Travis Anderson Group can help.
Awesome. There are benefits to renting a home. I would say that, right?
Sure.
There are some benefits to renting a home that would outweigh the benefits of owning. And primarily it would just be that you're not locked into anything, right?
Right.
But you are paying a premium typically on rent over ownership. You're paying somebody else's mortgage plus profit.
Right.
So if I'm going to rent a home from you and your mortgage is $1,200, I'm probably paying you $1,500. Mostly the reason that people shift from renting to owning would be just one of a few reasons, but it normally has to tie in with a life change.
Okay.
Right?
Married.
They get married.
Right.
They have a baby. They go from a job to the career of their choice, right? So when you're buying your first home and you go from renting to owning, typically a major life change has happened and you're now willing to make that sacrifice.
Fascinated right now just how expensive everything as far as rent goes. And
Yeah.
I don't know if that's gone up over the recent years or if that's the way it always is. I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting because in a really good real estate market, rent goes up.
Right.
In a bad real estate market, rent goes up. If you have more investors getting into investing, then rent will go up. If you have more, or if you have fewer people able to buy because the market's good, then rent goes up. So rent is one of those things that, unfortunately, it goes up, good or bad, it goes up. And so since I've been selling real estate, whatever it is, 3 or 4% a year, whatever the average rent is that goes up, it's been going up.
Okay. Awesome. Well, these young adults, let's say they want to move forward. They're thinking, okay, I got a life change.
Yep.
How do they get started, and what does that process look like?
A phone call with us is the best place to start because then we can guide them to talk to the right mortgage broker, which you're aware of.
Right.
Not everybody fits into the same bucket.
Sure.
And so we like to have that conversation. As realtors, Scott and I have a conversation with the consumer, and then we can direct them to the mortgage broker that best fits their needs. So really the best place to start would be calling us. In the event that they don't call us first, then the next best place to start would be calling a mortgage broker.
In today's market, what do you see as some of the opportunities and some of the challenges with a first-time home buyer?
Yeah. Well, the opportunities, of course, are the low interest rates.
Right. Everybody's talking about that.
Yeah, it's really, really an amazing time. But the first home I bought, it was somewhere around 8% interest rate, and it just has been going down ever since. And I remember reading things in like the 80s when I was growing up where you could get a 15% interest rate for 15 years.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
So I remember seeing those things. And now you can get an interest rate at 3%, 3.5%, something like that. So that's probably your greatest opportunity.
That's amazing.
It's a fairly stable market.
Okay.
At least over the last few years, the number of people buying real estate has remained about stable. So I looked at this just today. So you can rest assured that at least the demand for property in Minnesota is plateaued.
Okay.
And it's plateaued since about 2015. And because of the stable demand, assuming that it stays stable, we should see some form of appreciation continued in the future. It's hard to predict, of course, but that's what it kind of looks like. As far as the challenges go, we're dealing a lot of multiple offers.
Right. Right.
I like to think of it this way. Real estate's a commodity, so I like to think of it comparing it to other forms of commodities. But let's say I have a handful of pennies, and one of them is like really shiny.
Right.
And the rest of them are just regular dirty pennies that are out of my pocket. The shiny one is going to grab my attention. Same exact thing happens in real estate. And if you were selling pennies, even though it's worth a penny, that's the nicest one.
Right.
And it's going to draw your attention first. Same thing happens with real estate. So you might have 5 or 6 homes for sale. The shiny penny is going to sell first.
Okay.
More people are going to be attracted to that shiny penny, more offers, and that's a challenge.
Anything else that comes to mind when you're thinking of the first-time home buyer?
You know, I think getting with a good real estate team is obviously important. You know, most realtors sell somewhere between 3 to 5 homes a year. And I just couldn't imagine that being a good thing for a consumer.
Right.
If I'm writing 3 contracts a year compared to somebody who's writing maybe 3 a month or even 3 a week, the expertise is going to be dramatically different, right?
Agreed.
So one of the things that we like about our team is that we've got, you know, Kendra has been writing somewhere around 3 contracts a month for 5 years.
Right.
And she helps with every single buyer contract. So when agents like yourself or agents like myself are working with buyers, we can call on Kendra,
Right.
and we can get direct advice from the leading expert in our office, probably. Okay, so working with that expert is important, but also working with the team is important too, because, for example, you and I have showings today with 2 different clients.
We do.
And we're able to do that, right? So, and if we
Right.
had another client that needed to see homes tonight, we have other people that can help show that home. So in a really fast market, working with a solo agent who does a couple deals a year, I just think is bad practice for the buyer. I think they're gonna have a lot of heartache. So if you can find a good team that has, you know, enough people to handle the business that they have and the business coming in, as well as the expertise, then I think you're gonna be better off.
Right. And something we found, you know, because we collaborate as a team, we found that a clean offer, when you're making an offer on a house, is very attractive to the listing agent and the seller.
Absolutely.
So we've developed some things that really make our offers attractive in this hot market.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to put another video together on just how to write a really solid offer. That would take
Agreed.
some time, so we'll have to do that.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I think you covered everything I wanted to talk about, Travis. I appreciate that.
So renting versus buying, opportunities and challenges, and how to start the process. And I think we had said how we might best help.
Yeah.
We do have free tools, you know, so if anybody wants to just get a free booklet of information on buying a home in Minnesota, we can send
Okay.
that to them. They can reach out to you or whomever, and we can send them that information. We can also refer them to a great mortgage broker after we have a quick conversation. So that would be the 2 things I think would benefit anybody watching the video.
Agreed. If you want more information, you certainly can call me at 651-206-0835. And thanks for watching this video. I appreciate it.